Right, good evening. Welcome to Racing League Hub. We've got C2 in Monaco tonight. Hopefully, it's a last-minute call on the commentary, so hopefully we'll coming through loud and clear. We'll try and sort any audio issues out as quickly as possible. We have Bruma joining us in just a second as well on some co-commentary. So we'll try and catch up with things as we go along. We've got 12 minutes of qualifying left to get our bearings and understand what we need to be looking at. Any key points. Wesley back into the pits then, so 8 people have managed a timed lap so far, and we've got a couple of drivers out on out laps again. Not entirely sure who the sort of early pace setters are in terms of the championship. We'll try and get some standings up as we go along, and I'll just check the messages. It would appear, hopefully, we're all coming through fine. Feel free to tell us otherwise as we go along. Welcome, Bruma.
Yeah, it's fine. Yep, good to be here. Yeah.
So yeah, we've got quite a few outlaps on for the second runs as we speak. We've got both the Red Bulls out there in the middle sector. Quite a bit of traffic actually. If we go on board with Donkey Dan, we can see he's got the Racing Point ahead of him, who I think he's on a timed lap, so he's not going to be getting out of the way. Donkey Dan will have to back off and get himself some space. We'll stick with him though, because he, I think, is one of the front runners quite regularly so far. He's had a couple of incidents, but I think on pace he's usually been up the sharp end. Red Bull definitely got a decent pairing over the one lap.
Yeah, looks like it's 10k, half a second up of his teammate there, so yeah, that's a pretty good lap. Run. What was the pole time yesterday in C3? 198, something like that?
Your memory's better than mine.
I don't remember.
I've suppressed all memories. Moving on quickly. Yeah, so we've got someone else who just set a time. Who was that? Was that Walsrobert? Could have been. Yep. So he's gone up into 6th place on a 111.0. Exactly a 10th ahead of Invisible, and we'll just go back. I think he's 10k on a lap. He's coming through the tunnel now and through back into the sunlight, breaking down to second gear for the chicane, taking as much curve as you can get away with. We've got a bit of a yellow flag. That's probably just traffic backing up in the final sector. Hopefully none that we're about to come across, because he's well into that final sector now, flicking it through. And a little bit of contact on the outside of the swimming pool as well, so you can get away with it.
He lost a bit of his front wing there on the right side.
Yeah, you can usually get away with a bit of a scuff or two in qualifying. He doesn't want to be doing that too regularly in the race. Goes quicker again, 19.4. Donkey down his teammate. We just missed go into the 1:09 9s as well, but still half a second off now that 10k's improved again. We've got yellow flags because Chill has been off at the swimming pool. Is that letting traffic through, or has he had a bit of an incident? It doesn't look to have got any damage.
I think he just backed out. Yeah.
I think he's starting a lap now, so we'll go on board. Rather gold looking helmet. I don't know if that's special for this race. Taking a lot of curb on the inside. Hopefully he's kept the lap. The Lord is up into the top 3 with a 10.2. Still a fair way off the 2 Red Bulls, but yeah, decent solid lap from him. We'll go back with Chill, who's been, I think, in the wall again there.
I think he was, yeah.
We'll see if he continues the lap. It looks like he's backed out, I think. It's a bit difficult to tell from the wide shot. Yeah,
he backed out. Yeah.
Wesley through to back, and now the swimming pool again, taking a bit of barrier. And third gear, yeah, a few drivers.
Barrier.
Yeah, making contact with that outside wall. Obviously, you don't want to be taking too much of the inside curve and invalidating the lap, but there is a lot of time to be gained through that chicane. And Wesley just misses the 1:09 9s and goes into P3, puts Lord down to P4. And who can we find who's on a lap? Mamba. It looks like he's on a lap. He's certainly giving it plenty into Mirrorboat. Still running the tribute helmet, I think that. The purple and yellow.
Yeah, looks like a cover brand.
the tightest corner on the calendar, first gear, struggling to get round there in the wet conditions of C1 and C3 yesterday.
Well, let's hope for a dry race today. Otherwise there will be 3 wet races in a week. That would be bad.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's actually. I'll just double check. I don't think anyone has informed us as to. Apologies if you can hear any mouse or keyboard noise. I don't think anyone has told us what the race weather will be. So we'll see what happens.
Number goes up into P5 with a 110.3.
Yeah, so the times are coming down. It's very close with Prince Killer as well. Actually, look at the gap there, next to nothing.
Oh yeah.
We've got Donkey down on an outlap again, so they're coming out for what would be their third runs very early. I don't know if they've gone for the softer tyre choice, then they can get 4 runs, but I'm not sure. Maybe just going out earlier to avoid traffic. We'll soon see. Can anyone improve then? Cat Boyke is he on a lap? Looks like it. We'll stick with him. He's got the Senna helmet on board that racing point. I'm sure he'd love to have a bit of that inspiration around the streets of Monaco tonight. He's struggling a little bit at the moment, as he is the only man not to get into the 111s coming through the tunnel.
I think
Looks like he's on a pad, which
yeah, he
is a bit of a disadvantage around Monaco, as Chill says on the comments as well on the YouTube. He's another pad driver who's finding it a bit of a struggle tonight, but it evens itself out, I'm pretty sure, over the calendar, as Cat Boyke is going to pits. I don't know who we can find. The Red Bull boys are.
Donkey Dan is on a lap, yeah.
And again, they're running out on the track at the same time because his teammate Tenka is in the first. Well, just finished the first sector, so they're both on laps yet. And it's always nice when you swap from an onboard camera to the direct camera that's also on board. So thanks for that, Codemasters. Through the swimming pool, we'll go back on board. And taking plenty of curb, but neat and tidy this time.
He was up by 1/10 in the second sector.
Yeah, yellow flags. Not sure what that's for, but yeah, Donkey Down with a chance to improve here. I think it's more about keeping. Wow, I was just about to say. I think it's more about keeping his second place than trying for pole. But he's taken provisional pole at the moment. Can his teammate do anything about it?
Tankeg is going into the pits, yeah.
Yeah, so as we said, if he's gone for the softer option, he will have an extra set of the red stripe tyres. So with 4 minutes left, he's got plenty of time to use that.
Wesley's starting his lap now.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on him then. So we'll go on board with Wesley Bremer if you want to take us around.
Yeah, I don't really know the car names, but I can try. As he goes down to Mirabeau now. First gear took that perfectly. Now the hairpin a bit wide. Now 2 right-handers into the tunnel. Now this is where the cars don't like maximize the top speed, obviously, because this is Monaco. This is a heavy downforce truck braking out just before the 50-meter, but when a bit wider could have been track extension maybe. I don't know. Going to the swimming pool. No, this is perfect. Didn't touch the wall this time. Carrasco's now into the pits.
Well, thanks for that, guys. We love commentating on laps that don't.
Yeah.
Veenstra is going at half speed through.
I think he's
half speed, otherwise I'm just massively insulted him. It looks like he's on a in lap as well. We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure he gets it slowed down for the line. So we've got the racing point of Cat Boyke out on an out lap. Everyone else is in the pits with just over 2.5 minutes remaining. So if they are going to come out for another run, it's going to get quite tight with traffic. So Lord's out. Are we going to see a couple following him? You got to make sure you don't get caught up in people backing off to start their laps. We've seen that most recently in F1 in China, I think, last season.
Yeah.
So yeah, you need to track position is everything around here, even in qualifying. As Kepwicki went off board for him going through turn 1. It looked like he carried a lot of speed through there.
Yeah, he was quick today. I was on board with him.
Running a little bit wide, keeping it in 4th gear through Casino. Interestingly, you might get a little bit more front bite, knocking it down to 3rd there, but he's on his way at the moment. Just about keeping it out of the wall, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit wide again through Portier, but through the tunnel now. This is the sort of place where the pad really hurts you with those slightly jerky movements, but getting through the Nouvelle chicane, and now down into Tabac, trying to keep it out of the wall on the right hand side. He just about does that. Through the swimming pool, as we've said, very close up against the wall, and through Raskas now. And just Anthony knows to negotiate. DRS open, he's going to drive for the line. Can he get into the 111s? He can. He goes across with well into the 111s actually. A much better lap, 111.3. We've got
Lord Elephant is on a lap.
I think that's for the massive amount of traffic that's out there. Yeah, look at the amount of outlaps we've got. Lord through Portier and into the tunnel very soon. Just 40 seconds remaining then, and a lot of drivers still on outlaps, so hopefully they can all find a decent amount of space for each other. The problem is, of course, if someone drops it, you've got nowhere to go. Your lap's gone. So it's a stressful time of qualifying, but this is ultimate F1 qualifying. The last minute of Monaco, everything on the line, and Lord through Raskas, a little bit of traffic, he'll get away with that. Using the outside curve to lean on through Anthony Nogues across the line. Can he claim back 3rd? He does. Into the 109s. So who is going to respond? Who have we got out? And that's Boyke's retired. Not sure what happened there, but
Prince Killer in P8. Mamba's going for the swimming pool.
Donkey down, I think, at the moment. Actually, we'll go with Tenka because he is down at the chicane, taking a lot of curb. Yellow flags ahead, so hopefully no one is in the middle of the track. Looks like he's got a pretty clear road ahead of him, so he's coming through the final couple of corners. Can he gain those 2 tenths he needs to grab pole back from his teammate out of the final corner? DRS open, he's going for the line, and it is not an improvement. So Donkey Down looks like, unless someone does something miraculous, looks like he's got the pole. He goes across the line and improves to a 108.9. So yeah, that deserves pole. Can the Lord do anything? He's in the pits, and Bossmots goes up to 10th at the last moment. So not sure whether that's a good thing or not, to be honest. He'll have to start on those tyres. Prince saying, but Pad's OP on every other track. Yeah, I somewhat agree with that. Yeah, wheel users tend to get a bit of a hard time. But that's qualifying for you then. We've got Invisible, who has finished, but if he's in control of that, he's certainly giving it plenty for what is an in lap.
The Ripple 1-2. Just like in real life, Ripple dominating Monaco.
Yeah, so Donkey Down and Tenka completing all Red Bull front row, and the 108s as well for Donkey Down. So yeah, great final lap from him. Lord Elephant and Invisible on the second row. Wesley and Wallstrabert, P5 and P6. Mamba, he's definitely going to be one to watch for the race. Always there or thereabouts. P7, Chill, despite his struggles, managing to get into P8. Prinz, Bossmots, Veenstra and Cat Boyke complete the grid. It looks as though everyone's got someone to play with in the race though, because no one is massively off the pace or OP. So yeah, and as we know, anything can happen in Monaco. So I would not necessarily expect that to be the finishing order.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, we saw it yesterday. Anything can happen.
Yeah, so we will see the weather first of all. I think
it's dry.
We're okay.
It looks, yeah.
I think this is the race session, isn't it? Yeah, so it would appear as I get a notification, so apologies for that. We're just waiting on some of the drivers to load in. This is very much the calm before the storm. I can't imagine there's going to be a lack of things to talk about in the first couple of laps.
As I said, this is Monaco, anything can happen. I mean, yesterday we had some madness going through turn 1, with you included.
Formation lap, shush. And whoa, invisible there on the formation lap, going deep into turn 1. Don't know if he's just trying out his braking point or whether it was a bit of a glitch, but definitely looked to have gone quite wide. And I think we'll get some of the details up there. Shall we have a track that? Yes, we shall.
Should I go through the standings real quick? Because it's interesting. We have
yeah, that'd be great actually.
We have the top 3 guys, Chill, Prince Killer, and Black Mamba, down the grid today. So
yeah, Veenstra and Catboyki as well, starting on the mediums, so that could bring them into play if there's any sort of safety car shenanigans.
Wesley is in P4 in the standings, so with a good result he could climb up a couple of positions there. Invisible, is he racing? Yeah, he is in P4, he's in P5 in the standings, so yeah, that's the button to look for. And Wesley against Invisible.
Yeah, Donkey Dan was very well. For one, he's miles ahead of the pack, and he was very close. We've had a bit of contact as well down the back. There's a couple of cars already on the grid. Very close to doing a practice start there. I'm pretty sure he's almost stationary, if not completely stopped. But the cars are all on the start-finish straight now. Just 12 runners, so not that long to wait on the grid. And hopefully they can all make it through the first lap. So they're all on the grid. We'll try and get a better view, but it's not going to give us it. We've got yellow flags for some reason. There we go. We've got a bit of a glitch, but 5 lights are on, and we are underway in Monaco then. Let's see what happens. Cars everywhere already. 2 Red Bulls squeezing each other, but just about getting through. Lord as well. Wesley's gone up a place. Invisible's dropped a couple. I think.
Oh, Prince Killer's in the wall.
Prince. Damage as well, I think. Is he? Yeah.
He's got
big right
damage,
front damage. So yeah, that's one down. Yep, virtual safety car. So we are nullified straight away. Black Mamba's got a 5-second penalty for contact under the VSC. That's not, and he's got damage as well. Mamba's got big left front damage for the contact with Invisible. So a couple of front wings gone already. They really could have done with a full safety car then. The likes of Prince and Mamba to get those front wings changed. Catboyki up to 9th on mediums. He's had a great start. I don't think we're underway again yet. There's always some delay on the flags in Spectator, but they are still on the yellows. Now we're racing again, I think.
Yeah.
It would be nice to give us a green flag, but yeah, we'll have to rely on what we can see on the track. And we've got one hell of a train going on up the front. Donkey Dan still leads at the end of lap 1 then. A lap 1 that didn't see full racing green flag action, but Wesley was there a bit of racing there? Someone changed positions? I remember picking, that's what's shuffled that about. Yep.
Prince Killer pitting.
So on board with Lord, he's putting Tenkart under some initial pressure here in the opening lap or 2. Looking pretty impatient, wanting to get on with things. That Ferrari driver never shy of a bit of action as we come down into the hairpin for the first time at racing speed. little bit of a tap on the back of Tenka as they concertina up. And Wesley's joining the party as well. Invisible surviving that contact with Mamba. And then we've got a bit of a gap to Wallstrabert in the second Ferrari. He appears to have all of his front wing intact. Yeah, and Chill is... So we've got 2 races at the moment, really. We've got the top 5 away and gone. And a 2-second gap to Wallstrabert, who would have been caught up, I imagine, with Mamba having to pit. And then we've got the next... 4 or 5? The next 5, and then the 2 who've pitted down the back. Chill running a little bit wide. He's got big front wing damage as well, and that's going to be contact because he needs to pit. That's a mess.
Yeah. Oh no.
That's really unfortunate, but a clear miscommunication between the drivers. Catboyke went for the move. Chill trying to get into the pits, and it's still going on down at turn 1. You get the feeling this is going to end in tears, but Chill
not going to
backs out.
Yeah.
You get the feeling it was always going to be that way. He's got no front wing on one side. So, more bodywork going missing early on. And while we get a second there, we'll go back to the front because we've got 2 Red Bulls starting to ease away.
Pits again with damage, I think. Doesn't look like it's
no,
changing to the hard tyres.
It would appear he's still got some front wing damage. It's less than he initially had, but yeah, so I think he's probably come in, but left it on auto, and it's not changed. I think we're probably... He's going very slowly. I don't know if we're about to see the end of Prince Killer. Hopefully not, because as we keep saying, Wesley's in the pits.
Has he got damage? I think he has, yeah.
A lot of front wings going missing early on. Yeah, Wesley's got damage on the right front. So I don't know if he's had contact with the back.
Sides, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he's had contact with the back.
Catboyke is in the pits.
Yeah, and Chill as well, as we expected. A lap after he initially tried to get in. So, chaos then. We've only got the top 6. Still on softs. Bossmots, who we said probably would regret getting into the top 10 at the last minute, is up to 6th on those soft tyres that he had to start on. Veenstra he started out the top 10, didn't he? Oh, it's contact there. Bossmots in the wall, concertinaed up, and Veenstra ended up hitting him. That's very unfortunate. But,
there's there's damage. Big crash!
Oh, Donkey Dan's out! Donkey Dan's, he's gone at the swimming pool. You can see there, he's lost it completely in the first part of the swimming pool, and that's a virtual safety car. Really? I would have thought that had been a full safety car for sure.
10K crashed into him as well while
so
Donkey Dan rejoined the truck.
Right.
So Donkey Dan was around already, and 10K just crashed into him as well. So
it appears as though they've got away without damage on the other car. So Tenka is leading at the moment. Lord is sitting pretty at the moment, isn't it? No damage on that Ferrari as we speak, and very pretty. As Bossmots pits, I wonder if he had front wing damage from that little bit of contact with the wall that we saw. So Mamba back up to P7. This is just going to swing around all evening, isn't it? Wesley back up to P6 as well. He's been in the pits. Veenstra P5. If he just keeps going round and gaining places as others fall off, then he's going to be in with a great chance as Donkey Dan leaves us for the night. And Lord at the moment doesn't really need to do anything too special. He's looking very good, just 1.8 off the lead, and just needs to focus on keeping it nice and clean. No rush whatsoever. We're only on lap 5:39. We've already seen plenty of action. I think Veenstra just got a penalty actually, so that might harm his chances of just keeping track position.
Wallstrabert is right behind Invincible now. It's the closest battle on track.
As Veenstra gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane, so he must have had damage then. Yes, he did. Sorry, he ran into the back of Bossmots, didn't he? In that hairpin. So This is
How can you
the
get?
closest battle on track.
How can you speed in the pit lane at Monaco?
It's possible
Pretty
somehow.
much
It's only a 37-mile-an-hour speed limit. So yeah, both Ferraris are sort of close to the cars ahead of them. Lord a little further behind than Wallstrebird is, who's very close. Just within half a second now of invisible. So the top four are the only ones, I believe, to not have pitted. Yep. Well, Donkey Down didn't get to the pits.
Yeah.
Mamba has had 2 stops. Princekill has had 3 stops already. We're only on lap 7 hours. Invisible pits.
In the pits, yeah. Is that a scheduled pit stop? I don't think it is.
Be surprised. Have they got a front wing ready?
He got the front wing ready.
We're looking at the rear end of this McLaren, which is convenient.
I can see the front, yeah.
Long stop, goes on to the mediums. He will still get out ahead of Wesley, so he's not lost too much track position.
No, he's behind Wesley now.
gets another penalty.
Wesley just got past Invincible.
Ah, yeah.
Wesley's on the hard safety car. Safety car.
What on earth's happened here? Can't see anything on the map. Why have we got a safety car? I think Veenstra's been round at the swimming pool. He's in again.
Yeah.
I think
Winsor got some damage again.
So yeah, he's got no front wing whatsoever. So we've got a safety car for Veenstra having had a crash and continued, but Donkey Don's was a virtual safety car. Not quite sure I understand that one. I would have thought for sure the Donkey Don one would have been a safety car, but 10K, I was about to say he's not pitting, but he does just swing it in at the last minute.
Pitting, yeah.
Lord pits as well. Wallstrebird will have to. He should just get away with it. The gap's quite large to.
Yeah,
so
he will get
Ferrari
away with it.
double stacking on the stop. A little bit of a delay, but he should get away with it because Wesley's held at Delta pace, still round at the swimming pool. So, I mean, you can't really call this at the moment. It's anyone's game really. If you still got 4 wheels on the thing, you've got a chance.
Yeah.
Wesley continues on the hards. Wallstrebird, will get out ahead. So Ferrari 2-3 at the moment. Could be a very nice day for them. And Wesley's come out right behind Prinz, who's ghosted. Has Prinz left, or is he AI'd, or what?
Prince looks like just AIs, I think. I don't think he left. I didn't see any message.
Yeah, so this is an interesting situation because he's running slow as a ghost, whether he's AI'd or left or whatever. But obviously, even though he's ghosted, Wesley can't overtake him. I don't know if it's just some sort of weird desync because he just went solid there through the tunnel. But hopefully it doesn't cause any issues. Anyway, we'll get back to the race order. Try and take stock of things a little.
That puts everyone back into contention for the win.
Absolutely, yeah. And we've still got, despite most people pitting under the safety car, we've still got a selection of strategies out there. We've got hards that have done a few laps, we've got new hards, we've got new mediums, and we're still only on lap 8.
I got an update from C4, there's a safety car as well, so perfect timing. Yeah.
So managed to get a penalty under the safety car. Okay.
This is Monaco, everything is possible.
Apparently so.
Who's your favourite to win this now?
Well, on pure pace, obviously, in terms of the qualifying, you'd have to say Tenko. He's got track position at the moment, which is always king around Monaco. So you can't really bet against him, but you wouldn't want to be betting for him either, because as we've seen with the other Red Bull, it can go very wrong very quickly.
Yeah.
Ferrari looking fantastic. They've got split strategy, so you know, they've got all bases covered really. Two drivers that I'm pretty sure haven't been near a wall so far in the race. Touch wood. No commentator's curse on them. But
always happens.
I think we could see a Ferrari right up the sharp end towards the end. But the top three have been faultless so far.
Touch wood.
It's going to happen at some point. We might as well just get it out of the way. So yeah, the only one who's not sort of won from this is Veenstra, who's seeming to get a penalty every corner, and Prince, who is pinned
a lap down.
Yeah, and he's still a ghost. So I'm not sure what's happening. I don't know is he just permanently ghosted because he's a back marker? I don't know, it's a weird thing. I don't understand why there's no option to turn back markers ghosting off anyway. It's supposed to be racing properly. Yeah. Fair enough in open lobbies, but I think league racing would be greatly improved if we didn't have ghosts randomly driving around the track. And he's able to overtake, I think, because he's ghosting through everything. But yeah, that sort of just makes a mockery of it, really, doesn't it? This back marker ghosting. So that was what the situation was. He was here, he was active, but and he's that's interesting. He's been disqualified for ignoring a yellow flag.
Has he?
According to my screen, he has been disqualified for ignoring a yellow flag. So you tell me.
Not on my screen.
Let's go to the race director. It says he is race. Yeah. Who knows? I have no idea.
He's still there on my screen, so...
Oh my god, Codemasters, what have you managed to do? Right, I don't know if we're going to see the safety car in this lap. The pack is quite bunched up. Yeah, Nico looks just as confused as us on the comments as to what's happened with Prince Killer. It appears he's still very much in control, so... Yeah, according to my screen, he's disqualified. Get out. Right, so Tenkat then is backing the pack up. The safety car is in the pit lane, so we're about to go racing again. He's bunching the pack up. He's going to go very late. He's waiting until he's out of Anthony Nodes to drop the throttle. This is very late. He's putting himself at risk of being behind Lord here. What's he doing? Why is he not... that's a bit dodgy, really. That's a poor restart. There's damage gone on at the back as well. I think that was excessively slow, and we've got Chill in the wall.
In the wall again with damage.
So, yeah, the top three away and gone again. Wesley going with them this time. But Chill with big damage in P5 is going to hold up those behind him. He's the right front side of the wing again. Yeah, I don't want to say too much about that restart without having a chance to see it again, but yeah, it looked like he went a little late. I don't think by the time you're on the grid you should still be backing the pack up that much. Invisible's going to try and go for the move on Chill, who's going sideways out of the tunnel by the looks of things. Again, yeah, struggling around with no front wing, but Lord, he's all over the back of Tenkat. Half a second.
Those guys are losing time behind Invincible now, and Weenster's out now.
Yeah.
Weenster
swing ball again. No, it's Tabak.
No, it's Tabak, yeah.
Safety car again. Wesley in again as well. Wesley's in. What's his plan here then? What's he thinking? Chill's in for a new front wing. Mamba's back up to P5.
Mediums.
Interesting.
It could work.
It could, but I'm not sure why you'd give track position away so early in the race when you're on hards. Because you can't go to the end on those games.
We shall see. I mean, again, this is Monaco. Anything can happen.
Yeah, so Prince
Coppa in the pits. Prince in the pits again for the 6th time now, I think, the 5th time. So yeah,
5th time, yeah.
they will be running out of tires soon.
Yeah, so it's only the top 3 who are sort of on a strategy still. But they've stopped once so far from soft to, I believe they've all gone to the mediums. Managed to turn, whilst we're on the hard, sorry, yeah, we discussed that earlier. But we'll go back to the front. Safety car's going to be out at least another lap. Hopefully this time, Tenka has learnt that he will probably have to go a bit earlier. He didn't, just for his own benefit more than anything. Lord was very close on that restart. And
he's overtaking safety.
Yeah, I thought he was going for it then.
He's doing a Lewis Hamilton on the safety car now.
Yeah, just must be careful he doesn't run into it, because I'm pretty sure that's instant disqualification. So, unless that's changed. But at the moment we've got Prinz and Kat Boyke approaching the pack. Prinz, I think, in all that, did manage to close the lap down, didn't he? So he's back on the lead lap. So, as daft as it sounds, for all we know, Prinz could still win this race. If you're on the lead lap and with all 4 wheels, you've got a chance today.
That would be something.
Yep, definitely.
We
talk about on GT, sort of tongue in cheek about 5 stoppers. We don't ever expect them to be winning races, but you never know. If ever, tonight is the night. I can't believe we've actually had more chaos in a dry race than the full wet races in C1 and C3 last night. This is, yeah, everyone seems to be flat out or nothing else, apart from, as we've said, these top 3 who are just taking it nice and steady and keeping them pointing in the right direction. 10 runners remain then, so everyone will get points provided they can get to the 90% point.
Which is a task.
Yeah, safety car in this lap, we're going again. It's again a very late call, which possibly could have been the reason why Tenka held it very slow, but once the safety car's in the pit lane, you're pretty much okay to do what you want. He has gone earlier this time, that's a much better restart, much cleaner, hopefully no damage down the back as a result. But Lord's gone with him again, just a couple of tenths. And Wallström a little bit further behind, but yeah, we are well underway, and it's the 2 medium-tired runners up the front. That could be crucial, actually. They've got 3 hard-tired runners between them and the next medium. So this is the time for these boys to get running and hiding up the front, because the hards could theoretically go to the end. These mediums, I'm fairly certain won't. We've got more yellow flags. That's the problem. If they keep getting virtual safety cars and safety cars, it keeps pinning them back towards the hard runners. Wallström could be looking very good here if it carries on as chaotic as it has been.
Didn't he win like 2 seasons ago at Monaco, 3 seasons ago?
He did.
In the house.
And if
yeah,
you know what you're getting at, shut up.
Oh wait, oh yeah, sorry.
We'll completely ignore the last 3 laps of that race.
Prince
got yellow
Keller's in the wall again. Prince Keller.
Tenka sets the fastest lap at 12.7. They're just about starting to burn some fuel off now. Kat Boyke's in the pits again.
Probably a
Prince
crash
Killer
between
completes
those
his
2.
1,000-point turn. Wesley picks up a penalty. Chill seems to have been either right in front of someone or right behind someone all evening so far. He's on the back of Wesley and Bosmos as we speak.
Prince Killer's doing his 6th stop of the evening.
Yeah, what tyres are they going to stick on here? They're going to have to find something out the back somewhere.
Soft, yeah.
And we've got a nice nose cone blocking the camera, so yeah, thank you for that. Tenka with a now 1.1 second gap up the front, took a lot of curb there. I'd be surprised if that wasn't a warning. as he comes through the swimming pool. Beautiful overhead view there of the harbour and surrounding area, and again through Raskas, watching the top two. There's been plenty of classic Monaco F1 races where we've seen the top two running away. 2004 with Trulli and Button absolutely on it for the full distance. We've got something similar here because they are leaving Wolfsburg on those hards. 3.6 seconds the gap after just a couple of racing laps. So they've got to make the most of these mediums while they can. And they're doing
Wolfsburg just needs to keep it clean, keep it on track, don't lose too much time, and he will be
exactly same goes for Invisible and Black Mamba. If the top two keep getting pinned back, like I say, with safety cars and yellows, third, fourth, fifth could, in theory, be your podium. We've got yellow flags again. Bosmots has dropped a place. I wonder if that could be why. We've got Prince Glue in the pits again. Bruno, give us the amount. What is it?
It's 7 pit stops. I think it is, right?
No, it's 6. It would appear, unless it stops counting after so many. I don't know. It's 6 stops. It is 6.
It's 6
Mamba
stops. He went from softs to mediums to hard to mediums to hard to mediums.
So
back to hards now.
I think what's happened there is you have to change tyres. So he's gone from the hards, put the softs on, and then gone back to the hards again because he couldn't just pit and keep the same setup.
He slapped again.
Ah, yeah. Bosmots is in the pits for a new front wing. So, yeah, feel free if you're watching to give us some predictions. You'll probably do a better job of it than us at the moment because I have no idea what's happening. Lord is starting to put the pressure on again up the front. He's within a second of Tunkat, so if there was to be a DRS through the tunnel, which would be quite a sight, he'd be getting it right now. Hard on the brakes. Catboyki picks up another penalty. I get the feeling there's going to be quite a few by the end of this race. Maybe even a disqualification the way some of them are going. But Lord, yeah, I'm very impressed at the moment. Again, touch wood, but he's been out of driving for quite a while. From what I know, he was back last week, and to come around somewhere like Monaco, he's doing a very good job. Within half a second, DRS open, fastest lap of the race. He's just starting to turn the screw on Tenkat, adding a bit of pressure to him as they're now 10 laps into this set of tyres. Lord, yeah, this is where Tenkat doesn't want him. Within a second, or above a second, you can drive your own race. Anywhere under half a second, you're looking in your mirrors everywhere, and the pressure is well and truly on. But they're 7.6 now ahead of Wolfsburg, so they are pulling out that gap, which is what they need to do. But any sort of safety car right now would obviously kill them. If they can get a few more laps, a safety car would possibly be the greatest gift ever for them.
Yeah.
But they need that window to be able to get in and out ahead of him. Lord just dropping a little bit in the middle sector. He went a bit wide there into back, had to get out of it to make sure he didn't knock the corner of the wing off. So it's just given Tenkat a bit of breathing space, and we've had a change. Wolfsburg has dropped to P4, but he doesn't have damage, so I wonder if he just skipped the chicane or something like that.
I didn't see,
He dropped the position somewhere, and then another 2 seconds somewhere in the middle sector. So I wonder if he's clipped the inside barrier at the chicane or something like that, because he's got away with that damage, as we say, but he's lost at least 3 or 4 seconds of track time.
Wesley's right behind Black Mamba now, trying the outsides. Doesn't work around Monaco.
Depends what you're on the outside of. But yeah, this train doesn't seem to be going anywhere anytime soon, does it? Wolfsburg now has put himself at the front of that. Mamba, Wesley and Chill. Wesley and Chill seem to have been fairly close all race. And then you get the three at the back who've had multiple stops: Bossmots, Catboyki, and Prince. But as long as they
could
stop
maybe
going,
be a dive bomb down.
ooh, Invisible gets a
The
penalty.
little chicane. Invisible got the penalty again, I think. Mama clips the wall there.
Yeah, Mamba a little bit wide.
Top two, he got damage again on the front right.
And plate, yeah. If he can continue, he needs to, because at this point of the race, you just need track position, which is what he's got over these boys. But Wesley is pretty impatient at the moment. He's looking to the outside. He wants to get through here.
He's on the faster tyres. He has no damage, so
he's got to make the most of this. But he's got to pick his time wisely. Yeah, backing out of that one.
This is why he is in C2 and not in C3, as you saw yesterday. He picks his moments. He just doesn't rush in like some guys did yesterday.
Well, there's no point at the moment. If he hits the back of Mamba and gets damaged, he's in the pits again. He just needs to. We've already seen Mamba touch the wall, and obviously as you lose more front wing, you're more likely to touch the wall again. So he just needs to bide his time. There's still a long way to go. We're just over half distance, and he's going for it up the inside. Can he get through? Oh, it's going to be tight on the exit. Oh, and Mamba just about on the outside. Chill. He's trying to find his way through, but sees his path blocked by two cars side by side. And how they're both still running, I don't know. And somehow, Wesley's ahead.
That was a good move.
Breathe.
That was a really good move. It wasn't that clean, like.
They got a bit caught up in the middle because just because of lack of space. Wesley, I think, was fine to go for the move, but they just got a bit caught up in the middle.
Oh, Mamba touched the wall again.
Just needs to calm it down a bit at the moment. Just needs to get. Now is not the time to lose his head. If he needs to pit, he needs to pit. But Vingstra is finally had enough of watching us. But Mamba just needs to keep his cool. There's a long way to go. There's no point sticking in the wall at this stage.
10K and Lord Elephant are walking away with the lead right now.
Those medium tyres really working for them at the moment. Invisible, we've seen with a penalty as well. So even if he can get track position, that might harm him towards the end, where he'll be on the slower tyres if he doesn't pit again. Wallström is just about starting to close back up. We've got yellow flags. Bossmot's been round at the hairpin again.
Mamba clips the wall at every single corner. He got some big damage.
I think everything's still on Bossmot's car. Mamba's in the pits yet, so get some new tyres on it, a new wing.
Bossmot got some end plate damage as well. So both Mercedes have a shocking race right now.
Yeah, but they're still both on for some points at the moment. So Mamba's gone on to the mediums, which should take him to the end. So reset, go again. Chill is finding himself in P6, despite seeming to be all over every bit of action that's happened so far. I seem to have said his name more often than not. Wesley is
yellow flags again.
And is that? Oh, Mamba no!
Mamba in the wall again. I don't know if those yellow flags
were Mamba coming out of the pits with Catboy.
Has he got? No, he doesn't have any damage. That's good for him.
That is good for him, but again, he's in traffic. Just needs to bide his time. Because
went to neutral there.
Yep.
At the hairpin.
Always a killer, but Catboyki is on 10 lap old mediums, which has got the leaders out there on 15s, so they will go a bit more.
Yeah. Lord Elephant is losing some time now to 10K.
Yeah, it's grown by about a second, you're right.
Maybe the tyre wear kicking in for Lord Elephant.
Yeah, Mamba just very close to the wall on the exit to back again. Oh, Catboyki's hit the wall, so this is what Mamba just needs to be patient. Catboyki will be in the pits, I'm pretty sure. No, continues on. A big bit of front wing came off, so he's going to really struggle. but he's chose to stick it out for now. This will be really frustrating for Mamba, a car with damage ahead, and you can't do anything about it.
I still don't know who's going to win this race. I mean,
we're going to go to Wesley as well because he's all over the back of Wallström.
Yeah.
And a little bit of contact with the wall. Try and get an outside. Yep, front right. End plate damage for Wesley. I'm pretty sure he picked it up there. Oh, Wallström, a massive slide. Almost in the wall on the exit of the final corner. So, if we're not going to get any safety cars or VSCs for the leaders to pit, then we start to get a bit of strategy coming to this. Does Lord try and go for the undercut, which could be quite big? They start on the softs, so in theory they could go for another set of mediums.
The problem is he's going to come out right in the middle of the pack.
Invisible, and probably behind his teammate as well at this stage.
Yeah.
They could do with a couple more laps. They're probably just trying to get that window, and then we'll see both of them in. But it's worth Lord at least thinking about an undercut, because I imagine it's quite strong if he's going to another set of mediums. It's not like you're going to a harder compound. Most drivers out there on the mediums at the moment. That's Lord very tight on turn one. Wants to watch he doesn't get a penalty at this stage, because that would kill any chance really of the win for him. Wesley again all over the back of Wallström as we start another lap. Wallström really struggling out of that final corner. DRS for Wesley as he comes into turn one, but again nowhere to go. Just not long enough straights and heavy enough braking zones to get alongside, and the damage will be hurting him as well, of course. Chill is finally having some time to himself. He's 3 seconds from the car ahead, 38 seconds to Boss Knots behind him.
He got some damage as well though, right in place.
Yep, there's a fair few cars. Mamba's through. Mamba is through into Raskas. So I imagine that would have been some move. And he's got a couple of seconds until he gets to his teammate, where there may have to be some team orders. Wallström gets a penalty. He's been across the chicane again, hasn't he?
Yeah, Wesley's through now. Is it time for a pit stop now for the leaders?
Well, as we say,
18 laps on those
they're
tires.
getting close. I think another lap or two, if they can just get the gap to Invisible, then they'll think about it. But 18 laps, I think Invisible could go to the end. His pace might not be great, but in terms of pure life in the tyres, I'm fairly certain he could manage it. So they don't want to be getting stuck behind him, because as we've seen, even if you're seconds a lap quicker, it's still trying to get around a slower car is quite an obstacle. We've still got who am I looking at here? So 3rd to 6th is still sort of quite close to fight. There's about 10 seconds covering the whole of them. They're all sort of straight now.
Key is about to be lapped and he's in the pits. Black Mamba is in the pits again.
For another front wing. So that's
how many front wings did we change today? That's
a lot.
10K just lost.
Catboy, you're going to get out ahead of him. That's the key. No.
10K just lost about 2 seconds. I don't know what happened, but Lord Evan is now 1 second behind him.
Has Lord just been conserving some ERS, maybe some fuel? I'd be surprised with all the safety cars if you need to save fuel, but definitely could have been recharging the ERS for a big push around the pit window. There's no point really in sitting right up behind him the entire race.
Prince Killer is now ahead of Black Mamba, so...
Yep, the 6-stop strategy is working.
6 stops to the win.
So yeah, Lord is right behind. We'll get some telemetry up so we can see. They're fairly similar. Lord has a bit more ERS remaining. neither of them pit this lap, are they going to try and get to the point where they can put the softs on? That would be, I mean, for Lord, for example, if you go for a bit of an undercut and put the softs on, could be worth that gamble.
Yeah, but he just needs to come out ahead of Invincible.
Yeah.
So
it's getting to the point though where even if you were to sort of put a set of softs on and they started to drop off towards the end, they're probably going to be far enough ahead of Invisible. Like, if Lord was to gamble on it, he'd probably still end up P2 anyway. So I'd be tempted to go a little bit earlier than he would normally think for the softs and just try and get track position from Tenka, because it doesn't appear to be any chance of an overtake on track.
Tankard has a penalty.
Right.
So and Lorelfen has not.
That could come
even
into
Invincible got 2 penalties.
Yeah. But even so, the pride of winning on the track, I'm sure, is something that will appeal to Lord Elephant. It's always nicer to win on the track, and you don't have to worry about any retrospective. I'm trying to get that out at this time. Changes to penalties or anything like that.
Mamba is now closing to Prince Killer.
Yeah, so Mamba once again, it seems to be being behind someone every time we've looked at him. As Bossmot's pits, comes out of the pits. Prince Killer, big slide on those 18 lap old hard tyres. Mamba once again trying to find his way through. Fresh mediums will give him plenty of pace if he can get any track to use it on. And these two are a lap behind leaders, I believe, aren't they? Yeah.
I wonder what percentage those mediums are on the leaders' cars.
Yeah, well,
I think they will hit
just
the lifespan soon.
Now, just over half distance on this set. So both carry on again. This is tense now. 20 seconds between Lord and Invisible. Could you get a car in between that gap?
I don't know.
This is what we want. The thing to watch really at the moment. We'll give Chill a little bit of airtime as he's managed to catch another car, and he's going to be in combat again as Wesley pits. Mamba picks up another penalty, so I think further down the field definitely is going to be shook up quite a bit by penalties. Up the front,
it's going for soft tyres.
Yeah, and a new front wing, so he's going to have plenty of pace. Whether he's close enough to anyone to use it, I don't know. There's a bit of a glitch there, but he's back out on the track. So, Lord, coming around once again. Are we going to see either of them in this lap? I highly doubt it, but could we see one of these two or both of them go to the end? It's a long way.
It's a risk. I mean,
we've had quite a few safety car laps in amongst those 23 that they've done.
I think Lord Elfin knows that 10k has a penalty and it just wants to stay within 3 seconds.
Yeah.
That's the safe bet.
To an extent. But we also know Lord, he'll want to
yellow flags again.
win on the track.
Bossabird is without a front wing. Like, it's completely off.
So he's
in the pits.
Yeah.
Could we Chill now up into P4?
Chill for the podium, come on. Prince is P7. This is incredible. Let's just have a quick look at who's had how many stops. Who's going to win the pit stop race? Is anyone going to be able to match or better Prince's 6 stops? We've got a couple on 5 at the minute.
Yeah, Bosmos is on 5, Kapwaki is on 5. Who else?
Someone go for 7.
Mamba is on 4, Prince Killer is the only one on 6 right now.
surely
And
at some point these guys are going to have to come in. I know there's been some safety car laps, but I just can't see how they can take these to the end.
pace is dropping off as well.
I think C4 has finished by the looks of
Yeah, C4 is finished, yeah.
so I don't know if we can find out any news of possible results there, but at the moment we are still very much racing here in C2. Wesley with 14 seconds of clean air to use those soft tyres. So with Chill on 20 lap old mediums, he'll definitely be closing that gap fairly rapidly. Yep, fastest lap of the race, 11.8. Lord, within a second, are we going to see either of them in? At all, this lap, ever?
No. This is, yeah. I think at some point there's just no point to pit. Maybe
yeah,
this is
it's
crossover.
Purely if they get to the point where they could completely blow them out. But at the moment, yeah, I really don't want to say anything, but these two guys have been unbelievable. To be so close for the entire race is it's been great, really. It's given us a very tense race. You're still 33 laps in, no idea really who's going to take the win. And we still have 10 cars running. A lot of them have been through a few scrapes, but only 2 retirements so far. As Lord definitely closing in, it's under half a second now. And you get the feeling that if they weren't to pit, Lord has the better car at the moment. On the tyres they're on, he seems more comfortable. And if he can keep putting this sort of pressure on until the end of the race, he could end up in a position to overtake. Still none of them pit. I think if Lord pitted for softs now, I think he'd be so much quicker. Look at Wesley, he's taking 4 seconds a lap or something out of Chill.
It's a risk.
But it's a risk he might as well take. If he's not going to be able to overtake him, he might as well pit, because he's going to get P2 anyway. And he might even get the fastest lap for an extra point.
He will get P1 right now because he's within 3 seconds. And 10k got a penalty.
Yeah.
That's. I think he's doing what 10k is doing. If 10k pits now, no Elephant will pit.
Yeah, but that's the boring way of doing it, Bruno. Give us some excitement. Come on, just pit.
That's the logic way
put into
to do it.
Actually, you can't. That's actually written into the rules that you can't put wet tyres on a dry track, just in case anyone would want to do a Gasly. Was it Gasly? Hartley? I don't know. Toro Rosso. Same thing. Right, 34 of 39 laps completed. Are we going to see any of them come into the pits? No. No overtime payments going on at Red Bull or Ferrari. They've sent the pit crew home early. 35 now. 5 to go. Still less than half a second between your 2 leaders. We can't look anywhere else at this stage. Mamba has caught Prince Killer again. There's only 2 tenths between them. But
this is not the fight
take our eyes off the lead. Lord Elephant. Can he do anything about him? Is it worth doing anything about him? Something deep down in Lord will want to win this on the track.
10k must be sweating right now.
Yeah, but like you say, there's not a lot he can do. If he's got that penalty, he's shown that he's not going to be able to pull out the gap. We've got a yellow flag. If there was a VSC or anything now, then there would be in 100%.
Capo's in the pits as well. He's on 6 stops as well now.
Yes, come
on.
So we have pit stop race.
We have Bossmot, Catboy and Prince Killer on 6 pit stops.
Someone's going to 7. There's a yellow flag. Come on, someone do it. 36 of 39. another lap ticks off, and it's still pretty much. You could be forgiven for thinking we've got the same lap on loop here. These two are just faultless up the front. Neither one of them making a mistake. Tankard not giving Lord a sniff of an overtaking opportunity. And he's just started to drop back towards the second behind him. And yeah, at this point, they're not stopping, are they? They're both going to the end.
No, they're going to the end, yeah. I wonder what lap time they are doing. That must be really, really slow.
Yeah. Wesley's down to just 6 seconds behind Chill, and I don't know who's got the most penalties, so Wesley could possibly be in a position to gain a couple of places. I've seen his name called a few times as well, though, so I'm not even going to try and guess what's going to happen there. Lord Elephant still half a second behind Tenka. 29 laps they're about to have completed on this set of mediums. Prince Killer gets a 3-second time penalty. DRS again for Lord Elephant. Half a second.
The lap time is a 1:14.6. That was Lord Elephant's lap time. That's
so it's about 3 seconds slower than Wesley's fastest lap time, as you'd expect. Yeah. They're on 30-lap old mediums. But I mean, the management has been fantastic, and obviously as the tyres come down and the fuel load goes down as well, the fact that they've not been near a wall yet is even more incredible, because these tyres must be absolutely finished.
Yeah. 3 laps to go now.
But if we ignore the penalty situation, we're, like you say, 2.5 laps from the end, and we've still got a race on for the lead. So despite a little bit
TK got another penalty.
Yeah, that's blown it completely, really. Then we've got a yellow flag again. Is that Cat Boyke? Oh, I thought he was coming in the pits again. We've got both Mercs and both McLarens quite close on track.
Bosmot has some big damage on his front wing.
Yeah, he's got no front wing apart from the main plane, so yeah, that's not going to be.
Is he going to the pits? If he's going to the pits, there will be 7 pit stops.
Come on! Is he going to win the pit stop race? Yes! We've got a 7th pit stop. Fantastic. That's what we all came to see.
Wesley got some big damage as well on his front wing.
I think everyone's got damage at this point, but you're just carrying on. Yeah, Chill's got damage. Invisible, I can't quite see. Lord is still 8 tenths behind.
Wesley's in the pits again.
To a win. Yeah, Wesley. Was it worth pitting? I don't know what the damage was.
It was heavy damage.
Right. So yeah, that's going to cost him a place. Unfortunately, he'll get out ahead of Prince Killer for P6, and at the moment I think he still has the fastest lap as well. It's unlikely anyone's out there on tyres that are going to take that away from him. It's Lord. I don't think that was a glitch. I think Lord had a massive slide there out of the final corner, so he just needs to take it easy. Yep, 1 tour to go, 39 laps. These two have managed to drive pretty much flat out for, as we get into the yellow flag.
And I can confirm Bosmot is on 7 pit stops now.
Fantastic. So, Tenka really hasn't put much of a foot wrong. He started P2, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, started P2 behind his teammate, Donkey Dan. Took the lead when his teammate threw it at the scenery. But unfortunately for him, he's just picked up too many track limit warnings, and that's given him, I believe, 6 seconds worth of penalties. He'll still pick up P2, but providing they can get around the final few corners, the man in the Ferrari who's been right behind in the entire race, as we get a few back markers coming across the line to get in on the photo finish. Tenkart's going to go across the line in P1, but your winner is going to be, I'm sure, Lord Elephant takes the win in Monaco. So, yeah, he's definitely announced his return to RLH in great fashion there. And what a race from those two. Absolutely faultless.
Yeah,
Really unfortunate that
perfect.
Tenkart got those
Perfect
penalties,
race.
because otherwise, other than the track limits, neither of them have had any damage. Just one stop.
And
Very old
Invincible
tyres.
picks up a good P3
Yeah,
there.
and Chill is, well, chilling, because he's got no real fear of losing any places. He should be able to get around even with that damage to pick up P4, which, provided he doesn't have too many penalties, would be a fantastic result with all the drama he's come through. Goes across the line whilst Robert is weaving all over the place behind him to pick up P5. So I don't actually think, other than the lead, I don't think that much changed as regards penalties.
Yeah.
Cap Boyke is going to be the last man to cross the line. Does he have? Yeah, he's got quite big front wing damage. I don't think he's got any end plates on the car, but he's made the finish and he's got a couple of points, which is more than can be said for the two drivers that DNF'd. And yeah, wow, what a race. And quite a marathon as well.
Yep, that was a pretty good race.
Lord in for an interview.
Yep. Yeah, I think so. I will invite them.
So, confirmation of your results, Lord Elephant, Tenkart. Lord Elephant was the only driver not to get a penalty tonight. That's incredible. Invisible, Chill, Wallström, Wesley, Prince, Mamba, Cat Boyke and Bosmots, and Veenstra and Donkey Dan were your DNFs. We lost Donkey Dan very early on, unfortunately. If he was in the middle of that fight, it could have been something quite spectacular. So we're going to hopefully hear from your top three in just a moment.
Yep, I've invited them.
Try and get them all in. I'm not going to get invisible, unfortunately.
Nice.
Lord Elephant, how I've missed that voice.
I haven't. No, I'm joking.
Just wait for...
Freddy, you should always commentate.
No.
When you commentate, I get good results.
Well, just start, I don't know, rubbing spag or something.
Oh yeah. I'll do that.
Hi spaghetti, you're not watching, but hello. Right, who are we waiting for? Tenkart
Lars
second.
and Invisible?
Invisible we're not going to get, unfortunately. I don't know. We'll crack on with Lord. You pretty much stalked Tenkart to the end there. As Brumer said, you were probably aware that he had the penalty, so it was your idea just to sit behind him and take the win there. It would have been nice, obviously, to get it on track, but took the safer option.
Yeah, well, the only thing I think about is Monaco is where can it go wrong. So basically, when I was racing and Tenkate started pulling a gap, I thought, well, let's have a look at driver in front. I just pressed that with no expectations, and suddenly it said he had 3 seconds worth of time penalties. So I thought, hey, maybe there is a chance here. So I started like focusing again, and I got pretty close, like 1.5 seconds, and kinda, yeah. I just waited for the finish line, to be honest. I had one warning myself, and when I got to the end, I thought he got some front wing damage, so I was pretty sure I was gonna get it then. Then I got a second warning, so I had to pay attention to not get the third, because then I would have bottled it. And I know myself, because I did it last season, I think. And yeah, he just then I asked the engineer again, and he had 6 seconds worth of time penalty, so I just raced on, and at the finish I yelled really loud.
Yeah, we saw obviously just on the results screen there, you were the only driver not to get a penalty, so yeah, well done for that. And I think obviously you just mentioned there that you thought Tenko got a bit of damage. I didn't see it myself. I thought you two were the only guys not to have any damage, but whether he did or not, both pretty impeccable driving. We saw some guys in 7 times tonight, so there were some crews that were pretty active. But were there any points where things got a bit dicey for you? Any close calls or anything?
Well, the safety car restarts were scary.
Yeah.
First one, where I was side by side on the straight, I really didn't know what to do. He waited really long, so that was a bit tense, and the second one was less tense, but yeah, there were no real moments where I really thought, oh my god, am I going to bottle it or something? The second to last lap, I had a moment coming onto the straight, but yeah, that was basically it, so yeah.
Yeah, we mentioned the first safety car restart in commentary. I don't know if it was a late call or anything like that, but the second restart was much better, which was obviously good to see. But well done. We'll leave it there for tonight, unless Bruno has any questions. We'll have one question. Go on then.
How much were your tires on?
I don't think I checked it. Around lap 32, the most was 50%, but it was basically I was when the pit stop came, I was doubting whether to go to the saver option, the hards, or the mediums. But I thought if I go for the hards and 10K goes for the mediums, then my chance of winning is over. So I just went with the mediums and thought, yeah, maybe I could drive a bit safer. But obviously with the safety car and the second safety car, the stint from the mediums was basically the normal stint if you wouldn't have the safety car in it. So it wasn't really a struggle to get the tires to the end.
Alright.
Right, that's it then. Yeah, well done again. Thanks for joining us for the interview as well. Thanks to Bruma for joining me, and thanks for anyone out there watching. And I think Spag will be back next week, so you can have his entertainment rather than mine. So yeah, thank you, and good night.